Hey Magic the Gathering lovers, Matt here from Total MTG, and it's Sunday. I've got another top 10 list for you. So today I'm going through the top 10 1 CMC cards currently in Standard. I think this will be a really fun list to do, so I'm going to do 2 CMC, 3 CMC and all stuff like that over the coming weeks as well. Now if you are new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and if you like what I say, hitting the like button and sharing the videos is a great way to support the channel for free as well. So without further ado, let's get on to this top 10 list. So we've got a mixture of instant sorceries, enchantments and creatures in this 1 CMC list. We're starting off at number 10 with the Great Opt. This 1 blue mana instant lets you draw a card for 1 mana and lets you scry one as well, which is a really strong mechanic, scry. We all know how great scry is. This is a great play to play on the end step of your opponent's turn, play your island turn 1, pass the turn over, then cast Opt. Even late game it can sort of help you out, but you know, early play, this is absolutely great. And Opt comes in for me at number 10. Coming in at number 9, it's been reprinted so many times. It's Duress. See plays in other formats as well. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-creature, non-land card from it, then that player discards that card. For 1 mana, you could potentially get rid of a Teferi, anything, you know, really strong like that, which is how strong Duress can actually be. If you can play this on your turn 1, it is absolutely epic. Even late game when your opponent's tapped out so it can't be countered or anything like that, you will potentially in the right matchup will always get something great from a Duress. For 1 mana, this is a great card. Coming in at number 8, it's another blue card, and don't worry, they're not all blue cards. It's Sirens Storm Tamer. This is a 1/1 Siren Pirate Wizard, has flying of course. Not necessarily a great turn 1 play because it has the ability where you pay the blue, tap it and sacrifice it and counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. That is really strong for just 1 mana. You can potentially play something a little bit bigger, and you get to protect it as well. Maybe they're going to lightning strike you in your last bit of damage and this will counter that spell because it will target you. Siren Storm Tamer early on or late game is a very nice protection spell in the colours of blue, and it gets in there at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is the legendary enchantment known as Legion's Landing. This card for me has been absolutely epic because I've been climbing the MTG arena ladder playing mono white weenie. This turn 1 is absolutely epic. Comes down turn 1 potentially, puts in a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink as well, and then if you attack with 3 or more you get to flip it into a Danto the First Fort. This will add 1 white to your mana pool, or then can tap 3 to create another vampire creature token with lifelink. This is such a great card. I really do love Legion's Landing. It goes perfectly into white weenies. I would quite easily play this in Modern as well in a white weenie deck if that's, you know, if you do play that. Have no fear, this will be really good. Life gain is also important when you're playing red decks or anything like that, and it can really help you. They might even just hit your creature instead of hitting you to the dome. Legion's Landing is a great card and comes in there at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is one of the cards that makes one of the best decks currently in Standard. It's Curious Obsession. This is an enchantment that when it comes in, it gives the creature +1/1. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Great as putting it on one of the unblockable creatures like one of the merfolks, that little 1/1 as well. Keep getting in, drawing cards, really good. It does have the stipulation though where you do have to attack, otherwise you have to sacrifice the obsession. So it does have its downsides as well, but it's a very powerful card for 1 mana to put it on a creature, you know, turn 2 play and just start drawing those cards. Drawing cards wins you games, and Curious Obsession is a great card and comes in there at number 6. So coming in at number 5 is Gutter Bones, the 2/1 for 1. Enters the battlefield tapped and has a recursion as well. You can pay 1 and a black, return it from your graveyard to your hand. You can only activate this ability during your turn, and only if you've lost life this turn as well. So it does have that stipulation, but still, a 2/1 for 1 that potentially you can get back a lot of times is a very strong card. We've had cards like this before, and they've always been very strong. Gutter Bones comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 for me is Pelt Collector. I've seen this a little play in Modern as well, and it's seen play in Standard in the green decks, aggro decks. It's a 1/1 for 1 that can just get hell of a lot bigger. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, if the power is greater than the Pelt Collector, you get to put a 1/1 counter on it. As long as it has 3 or more counters on it, it has trample as well. This elf warrior has lots of ways to get a lot bigger. It won't stay 1/1 for much longer. maybe no, it's not like a Tarmogoyf, but maybe it's like the Tarmogoyf of Standard. It doesn't come in obviously with those stats straight away, you've got to do a little bit of work to get it. But still, Pelt Collector as a 1-drop is very, very strong and comes in there at number 4. Coming in at number 3 for me is Shock. Shock deals 2 damage to any target for 1 red instant speed mana. This hits over 200 creatures currently in Standard. That is absolutely epic. Shock can just win you the game, can hit a Planeswalker, but can kill a hell of a lot of creatures as well. An epic turn 1 play to kill something, kill maybe a Lanois Elves, anything like that to stop your opponents from ramping out. Shock is an absolutely amazing card, been reprinted many, many times, and of course hits the top echelon of my list. It's an absolutely great card. Shock comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is Lanois Elves. Could have easily been my number 1, but there's another card that's sneaked in there. Lanois Elves taps for a forest. It is just the perfect turn 1 play. It could ramp you into a Still Leaf Champion, which means you get a 5/4 turn 2. Still Leaf Champion, you know, that is an absolute beater, but you can't get there without a Lanois Elves on turn 2. So it shows how strong and how important the Lanois Elf is. It sees plays in all manner of formats. It's an absolutely epic card that's always been reprinted, and I'm very thankful that I do love playing green aggro decks, and Lanois Elf is an epic card. Could easily be number 1, but comes in at number 2. So coming in at number 1, I'm sure you've all guessed it. The card was epic in the first Mythic Invitational final and all through it as well. Salamander, a 1/1 flyer for 1 that has adapt for 7 and a blue. It has adapt 4, so it can become a 5/5 flyer for 1. This Salamander Drake is so strong. Put it in the right type of deck, like it's been in the mono blue. You can easily flip it round. Put it in any kind of spells matter deck. You're going to be doing this very quick. This is a strong card. To be a 5/5 potentially for 1 blue mana, that makes this easily my number 1. I do love Lanois Elves, and Lanois Elves could have been number 1 for me. But just seeing how strong this was, and especially over the weekend how good it is, Salamander is my number 1 card in Standard that costs 1 CMC. So boys and girls, that's my top 10 1 CMC cards currently in Standard. Let me know what you think of the list and any orders you might have jumped around in. Sometimes, you know, the orders will be different for everyone, I'm sure. Do you agree with the number 1 choice? Put your list in the chat as well. I'm going to be doing 2 CMC, 3 CMCs, if that's something you like. And then I'll go into other formats as well, Modern, Pauper, something like that as well. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like I say, and hitting the likes really shows the love for these videos and really does motivate me to make more. So I would really appreciate that. Anyway, I hope you've had a great weekend. The next video will be out on Tuesday, so I'll see you all then.